Energy issues are weighing on the minds of business leaders. The Herald's annual Mood of the Boardroom survey shows they're less optimistic about the economy than they were a year ago. Rising energy prices are the biggest domestic concern, ahead of issues like inflation, infrastructure, government policy and cyber threats. General geopolitical volatility is the biggest international worry, ahead of the specific factors like US-China tariffs and US tariffs. Concerns changes around leave entitlements could see workers encouraged to take cash instead of holidays. The replacement of the Holidays Act will see a raft of changes, including flexibility of being able to take only the hours needed off work rather than a full day. There will also be more flexibility for workers to cash up leave if they have a large balance. Workers' First Union General Secretary Dennis Marga says many businesses could exploit workers to take the money over annual leave, especially with these tough economic conditions. He says they want workers to take leave and rest. Donald Trump has used his UN address to say recognising a Palestinian state rewards Hamas. Britain and France have formally recognised the state, joining the likes of Australia and Canada. Trump has lashed out at many nations during his speech at the UN General Assembly, touching on climate change, immigration and global conflicts. He says the act of UN members to recognise Palestine encourages continued conflict in the Middle East.
Instead of giving in to Hamas's ransom demands, those who want peace should be united with one message: release the hostages now.
Foreign Minister Winston Peters is also in New York and will tell the UN on Saturday morning what our approach to a Palestine state is. The government's being urged to let the Reserve Bank do its job without interference. It's set to announce the new governor of the central bank this afternoon. Oliver Hartwich, the executive director of the New Zealand Initiative business think tank, says the Reserve Bank needs to maintain its independence and remain focused on addressing inflation. He says government politicians also need to let the central bank do their job. Job seekers are continuing to feel the impact of the weaker economy and labour market when it comes to the salaries they're being offered. Latest data from job website Seek shows advertised salaries have risen just 2% in the past year. That's well below the rate of inflation and is a stark contrast to the 5.1% rise in salaries recorded in the same period 2 years earlier. Seek New Zealand manager Rob Clark says it's a reflection of lower demand for labour.
As we have seen for the last 18 months to 2 years, it's just been a slow decline in the growth rate of average salaries, which have increased, but just at a slowing rate.